Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. It's another session of Peeking Over the Fence, and I'm your host, Rich Landy. So welcome here today for financial advisors or their teams who might be considering the next transition opportunity. And of course, we are Bridgemark Strategies. We're an independent recruiting, we're a consulting company, but we work for you. You're the client, the financial advisor or your team. You are the client. Today, we're going to talk about separation of employment. If you know somebody that's been terminated recently, or maybe it's even you going through this experience, I prefer to call it just simply separation. There are things you can consider in this process. But first and foremost, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible experience, especially if you got caught off guard, which is most cases, right? It's a very emotional time. It's a very hard time. But I just wanted to touch on 3 different items that I think can help you through this, or if there's somebody you know, you could share this with them. First, just this process, it's simply going to take time. We want to hurry up and get it done. We want to get re-registered with our new firm, get to our clients, get out there and get going. And that is exactly what we're going to try to do for you. But you got to remember, the process takes time. And why? It's because most things are out of your control and my control, and they're controlled. Really, the control is in your former firm, FINRA, and state registration. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in the next few minutes. So here are a few of the steps that you should take immediately. And this should really help you out. Seek out an experienced attorney that's experienced in securities-based law, right? So that's going to be with SEC, with the FINRAs, in the state registration, arbitrations. All of those kind of attorneys are going to be very important. And some of them can also work on contractual agreements, because you want to have somebody that's going to be able to review employee agreements. And even if you have bonus agreements, everything's got to be looked at during this very sensitive period of time. You also want to seek out, and I'm really encouraging this, seek out a professional recruiter or consultant like myself. If you don't know anybody, I'm happy to chat with you, but maybe there's somebody in your universe that you can reach out to. Please do that first, because there's so many nuances. You have voluntary, involuntary options to consider. Is your firm protocol? Is it non-protocol? That can affect it. The U5, there's a 30-day rule on the U5. FINRA state registration, they're all different. I should say FINRA and state registrations are all different. Florida, for example, where I'm located, is a very difficult state to get re-registered in a separation. There are other states like that, while other states are very simple. I highly encourage taking time to write out a statement of fact. What occurred? Do you have people's names? Do you have dates, days, and times? All very helpful for the attorney that you should have review it and approve it. But most firms that we're going to introduce you to, they're going to ask you for a written statement. Get copies of all your agreements, all your employee agreements, bonus agreements, any copies of the bonus and the monies that you may have to pay back. We want to be able to identify those in advance. Now, where allowed, this is very important. Where allowed, can you gather up your GDC T12 reports, right? Revenue, gross revenues, assets that you manage, product mixes. Those are very helpful. But again, caution, where you're allowed to have those copies. Now, there's a strategy which we call just going simply RIA, but I'll get back to that at another time, and that is becoming just a registered investment advisor and leaving behind your FINRA licensing. It's a strategy, but that is just simply not for everybody. What are we going to do together? First, we got to get to know who you are, what it is that you've built. What are you personally experiencing in this time? Then I need to set your expectations. Remember what we said. It's going to take time. We're going to need patience. There's going to be a process. That's what's important. U5 wording. So there is this U5 30-day rule that you may be aware, may not be aware, but it just simply states your former firm has up to 30 days to put in place the written words, the U5 documentation as to exactly what happened to you. This is why we'd like to have an attorney on your side, representing you, working with your former firm to make sure your U5 is accurate and complete. Finally, we just got to be patient. I know I said it a few times, but I've done this too many times to know it takes time. We don't control the process. We've got to be patient. So please, I hope this helped you out. If you have a general question or just want to talk about your situation personally, I'm happy to have that chat. It's unbiased, no cost, and no obligation. Listen, it's a very difficult time for that individual or that team. I'll be patient with you. I look forward to your contact, and have an awesome day.